to show you where to find the installation file for GOT Backup and how to install it into your computer. Now, in this example, I'm using Windows 11, but it's the same process installing on a Windows 10 computer also. So, let's get started. We're going to head to the left-hand tab where it says Digital Tools GOT Backup.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Warm greetings and lots of blessing from me to you this evening. Thank you so much for making the time to join us this evening to talk about something which is very, very interesting. I see a lot of people on the call. I know that you have just left work and then you are trying to rest, but you honored the invitation and you decided to join us. Welcome this evening. Just before I even start, I want you to know that we live in a world where losing data is not a matter of if, it's a question of when. And data storage and the safety of your data is no longer a luxury, but it's a matter of survival. Because when you lose all that data, then you know that more or less you have lost everything that you have done for throughout your life. I'm talking about photos, I'm talking about videos, I'm talking about files, I'm talking about whatever you have stored up that you have lost. So this evening, I'm very much excited to talk to you about a cloud storage service, which is called GOT Backup. GOT Backup will be able actually to help you have your data secure, well stored, and above it all, will give you the opportunity to earn some good income, extra income. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the GOT Backup presentation this evening. I'm going to be talking to you about the service, and I hope you are going to enjoy it. Give me 2-3 seconds. Let me share my slide with you. I see my friends. I see people from Burundi. I see people from the US. I see people from Ghana. I see people from Kaswa, all over the place. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me quickly share my screen. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. So GOT Backup. GOT Backup is a cloud storage service that offers secure cloud storage at unbelievable prices, real prices, and also offers an opportunity for you to partake in a lucrative affiliate program. So we usually will say GOT Backup is your ultra secure personal cloud storage. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready and let's zoom into what GOT Backup is all about and why I'm always enthusiastic, why I'm always excited to talk about it. GOT Backup was actually developed by a company called GVO, Global Virtual Opportunities, that was operating first in Canada and then moved into the US in Texas. And GVO has been operating for the past 27 years. So when we are talking about a company that has been working for 27 years and very much experience in its field of operation, then it should give you the feeling and the reassurance that it is credible, it is professional, it is sound, and you can trust this company. So GVO has been in the business of storage for the past 27 years, and 2 years ago decided to develop GOT Backup, taking into consideration individuals, families, medium-sized organization enterprises, and helping them store their data securely in a very good place. Now, it's important for you to know that GOT Backup, as it has been developed, has behind it a whole team that has been working on it. All these people you see here are part of the company, but they are in charge of the Go Backup storage service I'm talking about. You have the CEO here, you have the Chief Operating Officer, you have all that have been working on Go Backup. And then this is another team. You have the developer, you have the software developer, technical people who really give support. Exactly where we are get the support. And this is another team, part of the team, software developer. You see all kinds of people who are involved in this God Backup service that we are talking about. So just to let you know that GVO is not a ghost company. It's not an organization that is found on the internet. Why? Because when you go to Texas, you will see the structure there. You can actually go in and visit. So if you like, look at the address very well. You can decide to Google it. If you have anybody who lives in the US, in Texas, tell them to check it out. But I can tell you without any doubt that this is real. A company that started in Canada, Quebec, Gatineau, and moved into the US in Texas. Okay? Now, why are we even talking about Go Backup? Simple, because we are talking about cloud storage. Why then are we talking about cloud storage? You and I know that in today's world, data is actually generated at unprecedented rates every minute, every second. We are actually generating data. People are on social media, including me, including you. I remember at 2 a.m. yesterday, I was posting a lot of data on my social media platforms. And all of these are churned out and you need to store them somewhere. And we are also talking about online transactions. When you are talking about banking, you don't really need to go to the banking hall. Just do whatever you need to do with your app online. I know about financial organizations that need cloud storage. So every digital interaction that we are having in this world in which we are now is producing data, and the data is valuable. Even if it is in the family, it is valuable. So we are unveiling the new oil, as we like saying it, which has to do with data. Data is so precious, so it needs to be stored. So God Backup has come. God Backup as a cloud storage service is leveraging on two global trends. The first trend is the world of smartphones. And you and I know that there's nothing you can do without phones, gadgets, smart gadgets. Everyone owns it. So you will see that the growth of the smartphone market is given because of a little bit of change in the new one. But truth of the matter is you cannot do anything without phones. Phones are there to help us, and we rely so much on those phones, so much so that to some people it has become an addiction. An addiction because they just cannot do without it. Let them leave their phone at home, they'll quickly run back. Even if it is 1 hour away, they have to get back and pick up that phone. People use phone to do all sorts of things. They churn out data, take photos at home, you take photos, you take videos on campus, at work, wherever you are using your phone. And you know what? As you are using your phone and you are churning out all that content and all of that data, there is a big risk of you losing your data. Data loss is a reality. Many people think it cannot happen to them, but it does. Just imagine your phone or your computer stops working now. That's disaster. you would have lost your data, you would have lost your photos, you would have lost your videos, your files, whatever, you would have lost them in a second. And we are being told that 45% of cell phone users have accidentally damaged their cell phone and lost their data. And that is the truth. If I were to be asking you, have you ever lost data? Have you ever lost data on your phone? I'm sure 90% or 99% of everyone on this call will say yes, because that is the reality. And over 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. If I open the drawer of my office right now, the office I'm sitting in, my husband's office, there is a phone with cracked, screen. I can't even remember what I had on that phone. That's the truth of the matter. And a laptop or cell phone is stolen every 43 seconds. Fact, truth. If it has not happened to you before, it has happened to many people that I know. So many people are looking for solutions. How do we really store securely our data? The solution is not far-fetched, because cloud storage is not a new thing. We have OneDrive, we have iCloud, we have Dropbox, Google Drive, iDrive, whatever drive. We have them for years, and they have been operating, helping us to store whatever we have as data. But then, 2 years ago, when Go Backup came as an option, what we have noticed is the fact that many people are shifting towards the use of Go Backup. And the answer to that shift is very simple. It's because Go Backup comes with an unbeatable value, affordable. There is a comparison that we have here. We have 3 of the traditional cloud storage services: iCloud, Dropbox, and Google Drive. When you take iCloud, for 6 terabytes for a year, you had to pay $360 for 6 users. And mind you, iCloud is for only Apple gadgets. Okay? Then Dropbox, $660 a year for 6 terabytes for only 3 users. And then you have our famous Google Drive, $216 a year for 5 terabytes for only 1 user. Then when you shift to Go Backup, it's awesome. Go Backup, I always say, is magical. You have to pay just $99.97. Let me round it up for $200 for a year, 12 months, okay? You get 6 separate accounts. And guess what? These 6 separate accounts, you can share, you can get some for yourself and share with your family and friends. Then as if that is not enough, the magic side of Go Backup for me is the fact that it is compatible with all operating systems. So you can be an Apple user, Linux user, Microsoft user. When you get your Go Backup, you can use it as the cloud storage service on all of these. And the number of computers and gadgets is unlimited. Yes, let me repeat again. It's unlimited. You can have 20, 40 gadgets. Once you have your Go Backup installed on all of them, you can use it. And you have support, as I have said. Support is a priority, and it's very easy to use. You don't need to be an IT guru. That is not necessary. Why am I saying this? Because all of us are using a cloud storage service. We are not IT gurus. We use Google Drive, we use iCloud, we use Dropbox, right? But none of us, I'm talking to you, I'm not an IT person, but I've been using iCloud, I've been using Dropbox, I've been using Google Drive. If anything at all, using Go Backup has actually opened my eyes to knowing how to actually use a cloud storage, because I actually see it happen under my own eyes. So that is why part of it, we say that it is at an unbeatable value. Why are people shifting towards Go Backup? I think I have spoken about the 6 terabytes. Many people say 6 terabytes is too much. I can assure you that it's not too much, because the era in which we are, the kind of quality of pictures and videos that we have, they are very heavy. So by the time you say, Jack, 6 terabytes, even if you don't use all, at least you don't wake up in the morning and you have an email telling you that your memory is full, and you have two options. Either you delete or you buy more. You pay 99.97 for 6 terabytes and you will enjoy it for a whole year. Then people started talking. They said, with all this affordability, we are very much concerned about the security of our data. And I totally agree with it. There must be no compromise on the security of data, not anywhere. It is unacceptable. Now, when it comes to Go Backup, the number one priority is your data security. Go Backup active and passive protection is designed to protect user data through multiple layers. Now, I'm going to be speaking a little bit of IT language, but I'm going to be showing you a video that will actually bring it home to you. Why am I speaking a little bit of IT language? Because I have realized that sometimes we have people who are IT savvy. And then I just want you to know that we know exactly what we are talking about when we are talking about data security. We are talking about 256-bit encryption everywhere on your data. And then we are also talking about Active Directory and FTFS integration. We are also talking, when we are talking about 256-bit AES encryption, it's very simple. What we mean by that is your data is encrypted and nobody can break into it. The normal one, which is 128, they can't break into it. What about 256-bit AES encryption? And that is military grade encryption that they use. It's the same encryption that iCloud, that Amazon and the other gurus use to protect the data that you put into their storage. And we can also talk about security hardening like brute force detection, CSPS. I cannot explain that one. The one I can explain is the machine learning based suspicion logging detection. That simply means that the system is automated. If you are doing a login at an odd time, or you are using a kind of IP address that the system does not know, what happens is the system is able to capture that. And that means your data cannot, the system will not allow your data to be accessed. And the automated security checks and warnings allows the system to give you warning. That's when you are logging in or somebody is trying to log in, you get an email immediately that somebody is trying to log into your system. Is it you? So these are features that actually exist in the other cloud storage services. This is not so new because we own Go Backup. GVO owns a server room. So you will see that everything is encrypted, whether your data is in transition into the cloud or is already in the cloud, or you are working on it in the cloud, it is very much secure. At this juncture, let me show you through the video that the CEO will be talking about the security of your data. Let me go off and then we can see the video. Thank you very much.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of Got Backup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm gonna code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power, every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect of security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security. It's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain, if God forbid a bomb dropped on this building, a hurricane came in, whatever, a flood, which statistically is impossible, but if it did happen, we also back up all of your cloud data to a third-party data center just in case something ever happened to this building. And again, it's never happened, but you just never know, right?
Okay, welcome back. I'm sure you enjoyed the video, and the video was able to educate you on what God Backup Security is all about, and that was the CEO. You see how transparent all this is, just to put your mind at rest. I don't remember seeing the server room of iCloud, of Microsoft, of any other organization that deals in cloud storage service. I have not seen it yet, but I've been privileged to see this one. So my heart is at rest. I'm sure that now you are reassured that your data is very much secure. So part of the reason why we say that God Backup comes with an unbeatable value is the fact that he has a bulk emailing system. A bulk emailing system that allows you to send email to the capacity of 20,000. And when you do this, the system can actually personalize it and automate it. If you are dealing with a lot of clients and you need to be saying reports or you need to be saying emails or whatever, all you need to do is to use the lead capture of the system of Go Backup. And it comes at no extra cost. It is part of the Go Backup system. So let's say you need to be sending messages or you need to be sending reports to your clients or to your partners every month or every other week. All you need to do is to put the system, you put into the system the parameters, and then you have the email, and then it will automate it. If it's at the end of every month or it's every fortnight, the system will just do it because you have put in the command or the information that is needed. This is a great benefit. And guess what? You can actually use this when you are using the Go Backup also. That will be transitioning into the second part of our presentation. You can use it for marketing purposes when you are using it and you are doing the project as well. So with Go Backup, we are saying, don't lose your photos, your videos, and your digital data ever again. I can assure you, when I take my laptop, I see everything that I have on all my phones on my laptop. And I see everything I have on my laptop, my iPad, on my phones. And my C drive is there, backing up at the back, at the background. So that if I lose anything, let's say my laptop goes bad and I get a new laptop, I just would download Go Backup, get into the cloud, and get my C drive and every other drive that I've been backing up. You don't need to lose your digital life anymore. And 98% of the hard work has been done for you by Go Backup. So you must know that Go Backup, because it's so credible and so magical, is actually taking over the world, one country at a time, and we are in 161 countries. And mind you, we have 195 countries throughout the world, and we are already in 161 countries. When Go Backup was developed only 2 years and few months ago. That should give you the idea that this is a good service. This is a reliable one, very flexible, compatible, which can be used by anybody. You don't need to be an IT guru. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, dearly invited guests, dear partners on the call this evening, I have the pleasure to invite my partner, my senior partner, my mentor, my husband, who will now transition us into the second part. Because remember, I said, Go Backup takes care of your digital life and then also makes you earn extra income. Mr. H.B. Henry Calvin Birch, please, over to you. Thank you.
Oh my God. This was an incredible presentation. Congratulations, BB, Reverend Bishop. And I believe if you can do it, then I think a lot of people can do it on this call, because when it comes to being IT savvy, this woman is way down the ladder. So this is huge. This is a real excellent presentation you did here. That tells us that this is actually not for experts. You don't need to be an expert in IT or computers or AI to be able to do this. It was clear, concise, and well understood. So congratulations. And welcome once again to all of you on the call. Go Backup is a household name, is becoming a household name, but is a house name in our house, because every one of us, every one of the family member is on a Go Backup project. And it's no brainer, as you have seen. The service is needed, is used by everyone. In fact, before I come here, I think I need to show something. Many of you may have received an email from Google just as I did. I received this email from Google weeks ago, and then I got a reminder again today, or no, 2 days ago. And what was it? It's an upcoming increment in the price. And I have been using, just like many of you, I have been a paid user of Google Cloud Service for a few years now. And some of you may have received this on what I have on my screen, that Google say effective tomorrow, which is 25th September, there's going to be an increment in their price. We're not saying it, Google is saying it. Okay. And so, and you have a lot of these other service provider, coming up with similar thing. We know Facebook is telling us that they're going to be, charging for our uploads, the videos, and a number of them. So we are in the cloud world, guys. This is no brainer. Okay. So let me come back to this and share this slide. Right. If you can see it showing now. Okay, good. So God Backup has an optional value addition to its service. And this is optional, okay? Which is numero uno. There is no one else in the world as we speak is offering this. God Backup is the only one as we speak. Maybe in the future, God Backup, we have some competitors, but when it comes to this, God Backup is the only one. God Backup is the only service provider that pays. We will look at more of that. But there have been people who have come to see the service and, look at the business and say, yeah, this looks good, and start asking questions like, how viable is this? What's the future of this? Just in case you miss out on many things, which, of course, this really shouldn't be a question now, but you miss out on many details. Where is this going? I want you to pay attention to this graph on your screen, okay? And what is this? This is the cloud service market in the world, worldwide, okay? It is telling us about data storage and data world and the value of it. This is just from 2022, and it's from Statista. Many of you may have, you do research, you may have heard about Statista. They provide credible research on so many areas, okay? And they are reliable and credible. And this came from them. Now, 2022, the value of the cloud market was 90 billion US dollars. And this is in billions and it's in USD, okay? It was valued at 90 billion in 2022. And huge, bigger than many countries' economies and GDP, as you know. So in 2024, let's fast forward to 2 years after that, which was just last year, it moved up by 50 billion from 2022 to 2024. Now, the projection for this year, 2025, is that the cloud market value in 2025 is going to be 165 billion US dollars. Staggering figures. And you'll be like, yeah, figures look big. Now, what does this mean? Oh, we come to that. But what is mind-blowing, or even more, is what's going to happen in the next 5 years. That is between 2025 and 2030. Look at this graph. It says by 2030, The cloud market, storage market, which we are talking about, where you have the Google Drive, where you have the iCloud, Amazon, God Backup, and the rest of them, there are probably about 20 or 20 something of them in that space. By 2030, the value of this market is going to be worth almost half a trillion US dollars. So half a trillion, yes, almost 500 billion. Almost 500 billion is almost half a trillion. And that is going to be that's the projection of 2030 and going forward. It's only going to get better, guys. So if you are in anything that has to do with cloud, you are in the right place. And if you're not, you're fortunate. You have seen one. Don't let this opportunity pass by. All right. So now let's move. How can you benefit from all of this? Okay. God Backup is the only cloud provider that gives the opportunity to its user to partake in all of this growth and all of this wealth. You see, God Backup, as we speak, is the only one. All right, so you should grab it. Now, God Backup provides, as I said, this is where we come into the trend too. You know, the project, God Backup project, leverages on two global trends. The first one was talked about, the digital space, the growth of the unprecedented growth of data and all of that. That's the first trend. The second trend is the extra income. All right. I mean, guys, we all know money makes the world go round. Money is not everything, but it affects everything that is important. Okay, so if you have an opportunity that can bring some extra income, run for it. Supplemental income, residual income, passive, part-time, auxiliary, or a side hustle, run for it. And God Backup gives you an opportunity to have a new stream of income, which can make a huge difference. Guys, it can help pay some debts. Now, if you have we already have in this space, God Backup affiliates, making 4 and 5 digit check. Check means payments, commissions. We talk about $4, $5, $6, and $10,000 people are earning in this space in a month. All right, that can pay a lot of bills for so many things, for so many people. You can convert it into your currency wherever you are. It's still a lot of money. 5,000 USD is a lot of money anywhere. Okay, 2,000, 3,000, or 10,000 is a lot of money. Now, God Backup is the only cloud space I mentioned earlier of service that pays you using a simple compensation system. Now, how do you get started? Remember, I said this is optional. Now, you can be just an ordinary user of the cloud space. You have found a warehouse in the cloud where you're paying for, and just use it. Just like you have that Google will give you, just like Amazon will give you, just like iCloud will give you, or Dropbox. God Backup gives you same but better value in terms of cost. No one beats God Backup in the world. So you saw the email I just shared with you. Google sent me the email and said, hey, 2 terabyte going forward from tomorrow is going to be charged at, in terms of Ghana cedis, is approximately it's almost the same as we're buying 6 terabyte for. Same thing. All right, they're telling us that they're giving for that price. So God Backup gives you better better value, I would say, better value. And how much do you pay for that? 6 terabyte a year. You pay $99.97. there's too much work. Just call it $100 per annum. That's how much you pay for that. Now, if you want to be on the Got Backup project, which is be a part of the business, you pay $20 a year. So added to the 99.97, it becomes 119.97. Let's just call it $20. And that makes you an affiliate of Got Backup project. Okay, now we're coming to the exciting part. That's one option. So someone can start with that, or someone, and that is the family package, which is the 6 terabyte of cloud space, which can be shared among 6 users, and with all the other things that come with them. And that's the $100 you pay for that, plus the $20, making it $120. Now, you could be a company owner, you're a big user of data, all right? Now, 6 terabyte, you said, now that is not enough. Got Backup also have another package called the Enterprise Solutions. Now, how much is the Enterprise Solution? It's $600 a year for how much terabyte? 20,000 gigabyte, which is 20 terabyte of cloud space. All right. Now, yes, you heard it. And how much you pay for 20 terabyte? $599.97, but $600. Just call it that. Now, so someone would say, okay, my business can start with that, and that you will be paying the $500 for the year, which is the better option. The monthly option will be $60 a month. But if you do the yearly, you get 2 months free. Who doesn't want 2 months for free? So yearly option is always better. Then you want to be part of the affiliate program, $20 per year is added to that. So how much the total will be? $620 or $120. Don't forget these figures. Or if you live in Ghana, when I started this project in Ghana at the time, because of the exchange rate, I paid approximately little over 2,000 Ghana cedis, a little over 2,000 Ghana cedis. Now, do you know how much it is? It's less than 2,000 Ghana cedis, approximately 1,600. You get the same value. The amount in US hasn't changed, but the amount in the local currency have changed because of the fluctuation of the rates. But it is the same everywhere. All right, so now let's move on. How do you benefit? How do you earn? Got Backup is on a mission, guys. Got Backup says we want to impact the world. We have the best cloud service rate in the market, in the world, on the market, in the world, all right? And we want people to know about it. Now, what is the best way to do that? Anyone we have used the product can tell others about it, about us, about how they can secure their data. And data loss, guys, as you know, is not a joke, it's real. Imagine you have paid for your a video team to cover your event. Probably it's a wedding ceremony. They cover the before, that is the before, doing, and after, and exciting moments, great memories, were created. And 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks after, the group or the guy cannot produce, only to come and tell you later, I'm so sorry, the hard drive on which we save your videos and your audios and your pictures got damaged and we lost everything. What will you do? It's real. That's devastating. Got Backup say we don't want this to happen. We know it's the real story of that. People have lost real serious documents forever. So go out there and impact the world, and we share our profit with you. And we start with the customer acquisition bonus. Got Backup pays 7 different commissions. 7, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 7 commissions. So customer acquisition bonus is the first one. Okay. Now, what is customer acquisition bonus? Customer acquisition bonus, Got Backup says, anytime we sign up or a person gets on our platform as a subscriber through you, and you are responsible for that acquisition. We will share the cost of the product with you. If it's the family pack, we will share that 50-50. We give you 50% of that. 50% of what? $100. Of course, it's $99.97, but let's call it $100. Now, 50% of $100 is $50. All right. Now, how many of this can you have? No limits. You can have 20 in a day. You can have 50 in a week. You can have 2 in a day. There's no limit. Got Backup says whenever we acquire a customer through you, we pay you. And somebody said, remember in one of our presentations some time ago, someone said, this is no, what's the word? Did it say? They said it was there's this word which they said it was not just, it's too good to be true. What is it? Is it pyramid they use, or there was a word they use? I've forgotten what there is this system that people use and they dupe people, and Ponzi scheme. Thank you. They say it was Ponzi scheme. I was like, Ponzi scheme? How? I got a service which I'm benefiting from. I hosted a group of friends. They came home and I heard people talk about data loss. And I said, hey guys, have you heard about God Backup? And I said, what's God Backup? Wow, 6 terabytes of cloud space for $99.97 a month. You can share with your family. They say, what? You can't be serious. I say, yes, I'm serious. That's why I'm using with my family. They say, how can we get it? I show them how to get it. They get it. The company pays me. And you tell me it's Ponzi scheme? Come on. And I host my entire club, let's say. I tell everybody about this incredible service. Who are interested contacted me. They got the service. The company pays me. And you tell me it's Ponzi? Please, you don't know what you're talking about. And God Backup pays you unbelievable commissions. That's the first one, the customer acquisition bonus. And this can grow, say you like, I can get one person to sign up on God Backup cloud service every single day for the next 30 days. You do that, that's $1,500 you get in a month only on customer acquisition bonus. Guys, it gets better. Now, it doesn't end with customer acquisition. It doesn't end with just the family package. What about the enterprise solutions? The enterprise solutions, which is $600 for 20 terabytes, okay? If you get people to sign up on that, because there are institutions that need cloud service, they're paying hugely for that. They're paying, a lot of money on cloud service and their security. If you get people to sign, you get companies, businesses, institutions, and to sign up on the enterprise solution, you know how much is that? Will be your customer acquisition bonus, 25% of the cost of the product. How much is the product? $600. How much is 25% of $600? That is $150. $150 times 5. How much is that? $750. That means if 5 people anywhere in the world sign up to the enterprise solution through you, that's $750. 10 people, $1,500. Instantly, you make that kind of money. No, oh, okay, in a week's time, no, instantly. That is the only commission among the 7 that you make instantly. All right. And there is no limits. How many can you make in a day? How many can you make in a week, in an hour? No limits when it comes to that. But the remaining 6 commissions from 2 to 7, they are all commissions which you earn monthly if you are eligible for them. Okay? Eligible is the key word here. It's not automatic. Oh, you mean every month I'm going to earn $1,000 or $5,000? No. God Backup is not charity. All right? You work for what you earn. That's it. But they create a platform to make people make huge build their financial future. Okay. Now let's talk about this. How do you make? So these are other commissions. You see the tier 1 cycle, tier 2 cycles, and generation. These are all different incomes that is part of the 7. Okay. Now who earns the cycles commission? Cycle commission is earned by someone who is a copper, yeah, who's a silver. Now who's a copper? Now just take a look at this. Bronze is when God Backup signs up one person through you, okay, or acquire one customer through you. You are called a bronze, okay. Now, if God Backup acquires 2 people through you, you are called a copper. And okay, there's some technicalities there. You have to place them properly for that to happen. Then, if any of the people you have brought in, any of them becomes a copper, you become silver. Okay, or any of the other people that they brought in becomes a copper, you become silver. And then gold, you need to bring personal, 10 people and stuff like 5 and build your network and so on and so forth. But you grow up the rank. God Backup reward you as you go up. It's just like our traditional jobs. Now, in a traditional job, you had a job, you started a front desk person. Now, front desk person, do you get paid? Yes. But do you get all the allowances like a manager? No, you don't. But as you move up the rank, you start attracting them. It's the same thing with the same kind of similar system we have in God Backup. So when you get in, you want to make sure you move up the ranks. And there are clear criteria there to show you how. We have a system that helps you grow and up the rank. So if you're copper to gold, you get tier 1 commission. If you're platinum upwards, you get tier 2 cycles commission. You make several cycles. It could be from $20 up to $15,000, $20,000 you can earn. Depending on what the level you are and how many cycles you can make in a month. All right, generation incomes. These are all things which calculation is all done. But what I want you to see is the cycle match bonus. The area where is highlighted yellow, guys. This is incredible commission line. Cycle match commission. Now, who earns cycle match commission? Everybody? No. You need to be a sapphire on the project or above. So if you are sapphire or anyone above from sapphire earns or qualified to earn this commission, which is the cycle match commission. Now, what is it? God Backup says we will match it from your commission, your cycle commission. Now, the cycle commission affect people who you directly brought onto the God Backup project, okay? Who got signed up as an affiliate on the God Backup project. You told your brother, told your sister, told your friends, and all of them, there are about 7 of them. No, let's say 10 of them, okay? But out of those 10, you have a total group or organization of 150, let's say, but I'm taking only 10 of them that you brought in directly. God Backup says, anytime these people earn a commission, okay, a cycle commission, we will pay you 25% of that if you are a sapphire. Now, what if they earn $1,000 in a month? God Backup says we'll pay you 25% of that $1,000. And how much is 25% of $1,000? That's $250. If there are 10 of them, that's multiplied by 10. That's $2,500. Now, what if I'm an emerald on the project, which I am? That means I would qualify for 50%. Now, so if I have 10 people that I brought in directly and each of them making $1,000, I get 50% of $1,000, which is $500. Times what? Times 10. That's 5,000. What if they were 11? Then multiply by 11. What if they were 15? Multiply by 11. Now, what if they were not making 1,000? They were making $100. Simple, same math. 25% of $100 is $25. Multiply by 10. That's $250. I mean, whatever it is, I just want you to understand how it works. That's the formula. Okay, so it doesn't matter the amount. And the amount could be big and it could be small. Now, but the potential you have, imagine you turn diamond on the project. You have all the diamonds make 100% on the people that they brought in onto the project directly. So if those people that they brought on the project directly, they told about and they are interested in it, they got on the project. Now, if you have someone on the project that earned $1,000, Got Backup, and you are a diamond, Got Backup will pay you for cycle commission. They will pay you at 100% of $1,000. How much is that? $1,000. If there are about 15 people, that's $15,000. If the amount wasn't $100, it wasn't $1,000, it was lower, then you make lower. If it was higher, you make higher. That is the potential. But you have match cap, something we call match cap. Now, match cap is the ceiling. You can see from Sapphire, you have 1,000, then under Emerald, you have 2,000, then 5,000. Now, what is this? This means from one single person, you cannot, that 25% that you will Got Backup will pay you on a single person cannot be more than $1,000. Okay, for a single person. That means if they did the calculation and the 25% came to $1,700, you will not get $1,700 as a Sapphire. You will get only $1,000 for that month for that person. Now, if there were many of them, then you can multiply them by. Just know that 1,000 only cover is just a person, not the total amount. Okay, so that is the potential, and this can grow, guys, into unbelievable income. Take note of where this is going, and people one day could be thanking you. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Dorcas, for showing me this, because I always thank the family friend who showed me this, who came and said, Calvin, I want you to have a look at this, something you probably would like. And when I saw it, yes, I did like it. First of all, it helped. I was like blown away about the price of Google, of the price of Got Backup, and compared to what I was paying, I was like, what? They're giving this? I jumped on it. And when I heard about the incredible commission, I was blown away. And we've been building it. We got all our kids involved on this project. Why? Even the 13-year-old one. Because in 5 years, she'll be 18. She's 18. By 5 years' time, she would have had thousands of dollars, on the Got Backup project. We're building it with her, okay? So if you got kids, if you're on this project already, get your kids involved, because this is going somewhere. This has a very bright future. So you go up the rank, start from bronze, copper, silver, gold, platinum, and so on. Then black diamond is the destination. And guys, there are people that make, we don't have a black diamond, we don't have a red diamond, but we have a blue diamond on the project somewhere in the world, okay? And, blue diamond already, that's about 5 digits, such person will be earning per month. And how old is the Got Backup project? It's only 2.5 years old. Now, 2.5 years. 2.5 years means, but you're like, no, but I thought the company was about almost 3 decades. Yes, that's the mother of Got Backup. But the service, the project is just 2.5 years. So it's still young. And people, you are just hearing about it Now you are still early. Imagine the next year, the next 2 years, the next 5 years, where this is going. Now, what do you get? You get great support, personalized link when you get started. You get oh, who is doing this? You get. I should have deactivated a particular. Someone is distracting. So you get personalized link, you get the email marketing system that Reverend Bishi talked about, you get specialized tools to help with your marketing, you know, if you're one of those. We have regular online presentations. You don't need to understand everything. You're like, I have 7, 8 friends and colleagues I need to talk to. You don't need to talk to them. Just invite them to our meetings and they understand, they get signed up, you get paid. All right. We have a system that helps you understand with training. All right. And support. Personal development is just unbelievable. The networking and community partnership is, I'm telling you, is a real value addition to this. Okay. We have the autopilot is also one of our tools. Now, to summarize, best cloud service you can ever have, the best price, the best value for money when it comes to cloud service is offered by God Backup. With all the additional collaborate and share features you have, you know, can share documents and so many great stuff you have. And all of that, how much you pay for it? Remember, the service, if you're just interested in the service, it is, and the family pack is $100 per year. Becoming an affiliate is $20 a year. But why won't you become an affiliate? The service is great, but you just need to pay an additional $20 and you're part of the project, which you get paid. Now, how would it look if your brother visits you at home? You have a God Backup, you're on a God Backup project, and your brother tells you, I lost my data last weekend. And you're like, what? Oh, I'm on a project. I'm on the cloud storage called God Backup, and you know, I even if I had lost mine, I'll still have it up in the cloud. Now, wouldn't it be nice to tell your brother about this? Would you like to be paid for it? Yeah, why not? And that's what you get. So be on the project is the best thing to do, guys. This is a service that everybody needs. A project everyone should be able to afford. It's just $100 a year for the 6 terabyte of cloud space and $20 for the affiliate fee. Or if you're a big business, how they call it, data user or data creator, then come on, go in for the 20 terabyte of cloud space for $600 a year and $20 for the affiliate fee. We will. Why do you want to be interested in something like that, guys? Because if you are right now on a one income, relying on a one income stream, you are hanging on the thread. It's not the best. I mean, COVID situation showed a lot of people life is full of uncertainties. Okay, sickness can come. Look, in no time you can have so much, and in no time you can have nothing. Okay, and that's how life can be. Sometimes you want something like this to back up your finances. Okay, and take the opportunity and leverage on something which you can make. What other options that you have to make money or benefit from other economies other than where you stay? You can benefit from France economy, US economy, Germany economy, Togo economy, Ivory Coast economy. You sit right where you are sitting. This platform, this project allows you to do that. You can hedge against inflation. Why? Because you make high currency, and that's the best place to be, guys. And how much do you pay for all of this? Just $120 at least minimum a year, and you get nobody else does this. I can assure you, you will hear this again if you are not part of it today. But so what can you do? When should you get started? Actually, the time to get started, you missed it. The best time was missed. It was yesterday. But the next best time to be on this project is right now. You can talk to the person who invited you and let them know you want to be on the project and what you need to do next, and they will guide you on it. But we're open up for questions. If you have any questions, you can just unmute. Let me activate the service, which allows you to activate that feature, which allows you to unmute. Okay, it's done now. As I do that, there is this partnership video I would like to share. Got back up. So as I play that, please, you can get your question ready. And after this video, you can go ahead and ask your question if you have any.
Welcome to the digital age, where data is the new oil, fueling an unprecedented economic revolution. Every click, every transaction, every piece of data we generate powers the world's economy. Just like oil powered the last century, digital storage will drive the next one. Digital storage isn't just a resource, it's a strategic asset, an economic driver. With data doubling every 2 years, the demand for cloud storage solutions is exploding. Now is your chance to partner with a leader in the space. Imagine aligning with a company that's not just keeping up with the digital storage revolution, but leading it. From innovative cloud storage solutions to cutting-edge data management, Got Backup is at the forefront, ready to scale new heights with partners who share their vision. Partner with us, and together, we'll unlock the potential for growth, innovation, and success. Cloud storage, the new oil of our time. Let's fuel the...
So are there questions? You may unmute and you can ask your question, or you can put it in the chat. Let me see whether there are. Okay, someone was, yeah, Ponzi, the person said. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Dorothy, for that. This partnership got back up incredible. Yes, it is. Thank you, boss. Thank you. Yes, please. All right. So if you have, are there any questions? We could take the questions openly, or better still, you can speak with the one who, Reverend Bishu, do you have any closing remarks?
No, I think it's fine. I believe that the presentation was clear enough. And I will advise you quickly contact the person who invited you and partners who are on the call. If you have your invitees, 24, 48 hours, contact them, and then let's see what their decision is, whether they want to join and subscribe. Thank you very much.
Okay, just a quick announcement. If you are in Ghana, I have a great announcement for you. Ghana is going to have a huge event on this coming Sunday at one of the posh hotels we have here in Ghana, at the Grand Mansvik Hotel at 3 p.m. If you are on this project and you are in Ghana, take advantage of it. Be there with your guests, because you have some top African leaders on the project and European leaders, world leaders on the project will be there. So be there and learn, be there with your guests, invite your family, invite your friends, colleagues to be there, to understand the cloud space and the value addition that it comes with. Okay, the time again is 3 p.m. GMT. Venue, Grand Mansvik Hotel, East Legon. Speak to the person who probably invited you if you want to be there for more clarity, or if you are already on a project and you don't know, then speak to your senior partner. They will give you details about this event. But don't miss it. It's this coming Sunday. Mansvik Grand Hotel, East Legon. Until then, I want to say bye for now and have a good